PS Boxing News over here with Antonio, a champion ringmaster, 139 pounds if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak to you, and of course, you know, you're here to tell a story. How you feeling first?
I'm feeling good, man. Thank you for having me here. I'm feeling good. I'm here with Team Hitchens for the fights this weekend on the men's Serrano card. We're here. I'm supporting my brother Richardson, and that's it, man.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say when it comes to this card? It's a great card. A lot of women's there in boxing and everything. But before we jump, you know, in tomorrow's fight, tell us your story. You know, what makes you to become a boxer that actually just, you know, I heard good things. I seen in Instagram and everything, and of course, you know, I gotta thank Andy for, you know, giving me also, you know, the contact of yourself, and tell us, you know, how you got involved in boxing. That's for sure.
It's actually a funny story. When I was a little kid, I used to watch boxing a lot with my grandfather, and I used to be obsessed with, like, you know, Rocky movies as like an infant. So I used to go to the TV, shadow boxing, to the fights, into the movies and stuff like that. And over the years, I really wanted to do it. I love fighting. I felt like I was just born to be a fighter. And I took my dreams. I wanted to make them come true, and here I am.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, as far as, you know, we were talking out of camera right now, you know, you won, you know, a few ones, you know, championships, like in the amateur. How was it for you, you know, to enter it and compete against, you know, a lot of young athletes? Because when it comes to athlete boxing, I feel like, you know, most likely everywhere, you know, is hungry for that, and how you know, you prepare for everything.
Well, I gotta thank my coach for that. He gets me ready for all that, mentally ready for all that. He takes me around high-level fighters, so by the time I get to competition, I'm fully prepared. I'm ready to go. I'm in tip-top shape for it. My strength and conditioning guy gets me ready to go. I don't get tired. I'm ready to go for my fights. And competing against, especially here in New York, is competition.
Sure.
So but I've been doing really good. I've been winning all the tournaments out here. I won the Ringmasters, the Metros a few times, the New York tournament, but I won to the Nationals twice, and this past time I came in third. I got the bronze medal.
Awesome. I mean, congrats. I mean, I can tell that, you know, so many, you know, sacrifices you've been putting in the sport, and that talks about you, you know, well, because eventually you gaining, you winning, you know, and of course, you know, it's because you listen also to your corner, your coaches and everything, and I bet you know, the sparring partners that probably you have. Can you talk about, you know, a little bit of your sparring partners that, you know, it will help it, and they've been helping you?
For sure, yeah. My sparring partner is high level fighter, especially like Richardson Hitchens. It's like a big brother to me. He taught me a lot. I got a million rounds with him. He took me out to camp with Shakur Stevenson.
Oh, wow.
So I got rounds in with Shakur Stevenson, Stephen Fulton, Cool Boy Steph, and a couple of other guys from Shakur's camp. They were all great. All those experiences that I've been through with Richardson and all the great fighters he took me around, I'm blessed to have it, and it taught me a lot, and the only direction I'm going in is up.
It's awesome. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be very short, your career as an amateur. I mean, I'm not saying that it will be, you know, more years that you could do that. When do you think that you could turn as a pro and say, I'm ready? Because I already, you know, sparring, you know, names with, you know, as a professional boxers, and I think you probably can give us, you know, something more when it comes to professional. When do you think that you could turn as a pro? Have you ever thought about it?
Absolutely. That's one of my main goals. My coach, I'm waiting for my coach to give me the okay that I'm ready. I believe that I'm ready, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure I really don't have much to go. He just wants me to correct a few more things, so when I go in there, I'm fully equipped, and I put on the great performances that I know I can put on, and make my fans happy and make my coach happy, you know, fulfill my dreams.
That's awesome, because hey, I think you are in the right track, having, you know, every person that you mentioned, your trainer. When it comes to family, how's the family? They support you? Or some of them they said no, don't continue, because sometimes there are sometimes the ones that in the sport of boxing that they said no, I don't want you to do that, but you know it's in your veins, and then you said, Dad, Mom, you know, Uncle, Aunt, this is my thing, this is my sport, and I want to continue. How much did they support you?
They all supported me 150%, especially when they saw in like the recent like couple years, like 3 years, how much I've progressed, winning all the tournaments, going to nationals, traveling here, traveling there. So once they really started seeing the growth, like they just been behind me 100%. Even from the beginning, they were behind me, but as they see the growth, they're just so happy for me and being there and watching me fulfill my dreams. They're always so happy, they're always so supportive. I got a great family. My mom, my dad, my little brother. My little brother's like my best friend. He's with me like 150%. My grandfather, he's been with me. He hasn't missed a fight ever. My mom, she's probably the loudest one in the crowd.
Amazing.
My pop's a little more behind the scenes guy, but he's like my biggest fan.
That's great. I mean,
they all my supporters, family, friends. When I fought in Madison Square Garden for the Ring Masters, I had a whole section of people. Crazy.
I can tell that you are super blessed having, you know, coaches, professional fighters, that the whole family, including, you know, over here a colleague that, you know, his name is Andy, cornerman boxing, and it's a great thing that we come in and support you. You know, I always tell people we gotta support from the beginning to all the way to the top, because I think that's how it starts, you know, boxing in the amateurs, and to me it's interesting. I always like to support, you know, from the beginning fighters, of course, if they allow me as well, but you know, it's a great thing that you continue in this movement, and I know that you're not gonna stop. I can tell by your words that you want more of that. You want to become a world champion. One day you're gonna turn as a pro.
Especially being around here, seeing all, you know, the lights, the cameras, and the hype of the fights and all that. That just motivates me more. I wake up and I'll run 100 miles, 5 miles, get my miles in, because I'm just so motivated to be a part of this and achieve this for myself. I can't wait for my next fight. Ring Masters is coming up again. I'm looking forward to winning that. Going to the Golden Glove Nationals in May, and I got another the U.S. qualifiers coming up in March. So we're looking to go out there, do our thing, rack up this experience. I got 43 fights now. We're gonna build up a little bit more, and we're gonna see what my future holds.
I agree with you, and with all the respect to you, putting you as an example for young kids, young athletes in this generation that we live in the hard times and everything.
Sure.
What message is the one that you wanna, you know, make an impact to the next generation behind us? Because I feel like sometimes they're young kids, they don't know what to do, they don't know what to follow, you know, and of course, you know, you being as a young athlete, I'm pretty sure you want to be an example for that. Can you talk about it?
For sure. Especially as an athlete, you go through a lot of trials and tribulations. You go through your hardships and, you know, your good days and your bad days. But my best advice to you is just stick to the process, because in the end, when your hands being raised, it's all worth it. It's all worth it, and you can be happy with yourself, because you'll be mad at yourself if you quit.
Awesome. Tomorrow it's a historical fight when it comes to Amanda Serrano. I know she's a champion for a reason. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like she's the center of in women's boxing when it comes to her career and her division as well. What do you think about tomorrow's, you know, event? You know, of course, you know, you are in Richard Hitchens' team and the whole thing. You know, what can you say about tomorrow's event?
The main event, Amanda Serrano, she's a real exciting fighter. I really enjoy watching her fights. Talking as a fan, I enjoy Amanda Serrano's fights, especially her last fight with Katie Taylor. That was an epic fight. And I'm excited to see what she does tomorrow night. And you already know I'm Team Hitchens, so we're gonna shake the room tomorrow. Richardson gonna go out there, do his thing, beat this guy, and more things gonna be ahead for him too. I'm excited. You know, Richardson's my boy, so we're really excited to see what he does tomorrow.
Yes, I mean, I haven't spoke, yet with his opponent. Hopefully, he gives me the opportunity to speak tonight. But I want to ask Richard. I mean, I couldn't, ask at the weigh-in and of course press conference. But if Richard wins, would he go, and shake his hand against, his opponent, or that would be just, no, I would not call it hate, but they would not like each other, because I feel like it was very intense, that they were back and forth, and things like that.
Hey man, that's boxing. That's boxing. That's the business. That's not just the business, but that's just the energy we bring, man. Richardson's a great fighter. He knows what he could do. Trust me, I've been with Richardson almost every day. I know what Richardson can do, so I know he's gonna shake the room and put on a masterclass performance tomorrow.
That's interesting.
And as for after the fight, I would assume it's nothing personal. It's just business.
Exactly.
Until that final bell rings, or until the ref stops that fight. Until then, before that, it's all business.
Yes, like a gentleman. I would call it, and I think in my mind that he will go and he gave a hug and everything, and as a gentleman, I won. Hopefully that happens,
I can't promise you anything, but I'm just giving you an assumption.
Yes.
I don't know, but
me
we'll
neither.
see.
But that's the interesting part, that's why we got invited, and of course, everyone has to stay tuned and check, this fight, and of course, the whole event. What message would you like to give it to the fight fans, everyone that comes tomorrow, and of course, before we wrap it up with this interview?
Everyone tune in. If you don't got a ticket, tune in on the Zone. We got a few fighters fighting tomorrow. Richardson, Harley Medeiros, he's fighting on the prelim card. Those are both my boys. They're gonna go out there, do their thing. So if you ain't doing nothing, pull up to the Garden, and if you ain't got a ticket, tune into the Zone tomorrow night.
Definitely, I'll be one of the witnesses over there, and of course you'll be there as well. For now, it's a great pleasure to speak with you, and of course we will stay tuned and everything that you come out with, with workouts and everything. Of course, can you remind us your social media, Instagram, Facebook, or anything that you might have?
Instagram, you can follow me at Tantillo Boxing Official.
Oh, great. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and it's not gonna be the last time. So thanks, Antonio, and it's a pleasure always to speak with you. Thank you. God bless you.